interested in the education in Sweden, but what do you think about it? You think it's good?
PISA is, I think Sweden is somewhere in the middle. However, if you look at it more closely, we are ranked about the same as Denmark. However, the schools in Denmark are more evenly distributed. In Sweden, really, really bad schools and they're really, really good schools. On average, it's okay, but if you go to a really good school, but the bad schools are...
Okay, so there is like a disparity.
Yes, in Sweden we have to choose your school. Some of the private schools are really hard to get into. People set their children on waiting lists before they are born into some of the schools. So it's a fair system. So they don't do, of course, a 3-year-old don't do a test. They can't do a test.
Right?
So they do like a waiting list.
Okay.
But the thing is, people that are not well educated don't think about it. Usually maybe you are new to Sweden, you have a low educational background, you are less likely to make an educated decision for your child. But the parents who have high education, university graduates, they know how to, curl their kids into the good schools. So because we have this free election, the good parents are gonna choose the best schools for their kids. And the parents that don't choose a school at all those kids gets into the same school. And especially for kids where parents don't speak Swedish at home. Those are a large group in Sweden that's new to Sweden. Maybe refugees or other parts from the world. They come to Sweden, they don't really speak Swedish at home. And they also end up living in the same areas, and all those kids go into the same public school, and so you see a lot of children don't speak Swedish at home, and they only really learn Swedish in school. It's really hard for them to get better grades. Also, teachers. If you're a good teacher, you want to work at a prestigious good school. So those good teachers end up working in a really the central Stockholm, the really good schools. So that's what happens when you have a free election. It just so happens. Yeah.
For high school, you don't take exam, right?
No, some schools do. But if you do art, there are some where you need to do.
Right,
but if it's normal, if you're gonna study, I don't know, math and stuff like that, economics. No. That's just by your grades. But I'm not sure. How is it in Japan?
So for high school, everybody has to. For junior high school, some takes entrance examination. Actually, I did.
Oh.
And for primary school, some, around Tokyo, they do take entrance examination for primary school, and some take entrance examination for kindergarten.
Wait, what?
What? Right? This is happening, and I think this is causing the mental illness for younger generation. I mean, they are always exposed to competition.
I think Japan really like rankings. So for example, we talked about PISA. PISA is super important for some of these Southeast. So for example, we have Korea, some parts of China, Japan, and Singapore. They end up really high on the PISA, which is fine. I mean, if you're good at math, that's good. Sometimes maybe Europeans you're good at math, but are you good at doing tests or? Okay.
What do you think is a good side of the a Swedish education?
In Sweden, they get to express their thoughts.
I guess there's more opinion-based or discussion-based education, especially for history and such. Where maybe in Japan's case, even for the writing system, there's a lot of you need to learn everything from kanji, everything from what year stuff happened. Whereas in Sweden, and there's a big criticism towards it too, but in Sweden it's all right, so when Japan got its constitution, I can Google that. That's not super interesting. Rather, like you need to be able to write your essays about it. You need to be nuanced in your essays. You take different sources, and you make a good argument based on the. We do that way earlier in school.
They learn how to form their own opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
They learn to think critically, like from other perspectives.
Some argue that kids cannot do that. It's too early for them. So, for example, some people say, no, you have to sort of wait until university, until they have they need to learn all the information before they can try to express such opinion and write such complex and nuanced essays. But some people argue that is a good system for.
I think so.
Yeah.
But like my image for US university is like Stockholm University.
Yeah.
Like the Stockholm University sounds like very like kind of good university. Do you think that this university is good?
I would say still it matters less what university and rather what you study. So, for example, if you study to become a lawyer, or that would be really, really, really hard to get into. So our department, it's not hard to get into that.
Okay, so like it depends on like a department, or like it depends on like what you want to study.
Exactly. So your degree matters more than what university, I would say, generally speaking. またね。
またね。ありがとう。バイバイ。ありがとう。